Again with us, and as Gary well knows, our first task today is to tell you the two teams. Starting with Manchester United then, they're unchanged with Les Seeley in goal, number 2 Dennis Irwin, 3 Clayton Blackmore, 4 Steve Bruce, 5 Mike Phelan, 6 Gary Pallister, 7 Brian Robson, 8 Neil Webb, 9 Brian McClare, 10 Mark Hughes and 11 Lee Sharp. And United's strong recent run, owing so much to McClare and Hughes, 30 goals between them this season. The midfield with Phelan on the right, Robson and Webb in the middle, Sharp down the left. And United on such a roll, 14 without defeat. It's little wonder then that Alec Ferguson was named Markley's Bank Manager of the Month for January. He received that award just a few minutes ago. Liverpool, meantime, with Bruce Grobbelaar in goal, number 2 Glenn Hussein, 3 David Burrows, 4 Steve Nicol, 5 Ronnie Whelan, 6 Gary Ablett, 7 David Speedy, 8 Steve Staunton, 9 Ian Rush, 10 John Barnes and 11 Steve McMahon. Nicol will be at right back, Hussein and Ablett at centre back. In the midfield, we understand Staunton will play on the right side, Whelan and McMahon in the middle, Barnes away down the left side with Speedy up front with Rush. The subs for United, Lee Martin and Danny Wallace. For Liverpool, Jimmy Carter and Jan Molby. Well, there was a full start there. And our referee today is Ray Lewis. Comes from Great Bookham in Surrey. So the two big giants squaring up to each other. And there is such a depth of feeling between these two clubs and their supporters that surpasses, in fact, many a true local derby. They, when Manchester United, I suppose, deep down, must really genuinely fancy their chances. An unbeaten run of 14 games, a throw here to Liverpool. They're in the all-grey strip. And United also with confidence. It's a free kick, in fact, that they've not known for years. David Burrows, and the first touch in the Liverpool shirt for David Speedy, and he wins a corner off Steve Bruce. Catching a Liverpool side today, maybe just a little bit out of sorts with themselves. They've dropped 9 points in their last 5 league games, and as we all know, that's not Liverpool. Staunton then with a corner. Hussein going in for that one, but it was got clear by the United defence. McMahon playing it wide towards Nicol. And another corner for Liverpool.
I think one of the reasons that Kenny Dalglish has actually brought David Speedy is for his brilliance in the air. He's always a threat. Although he's a small man, he gets up terrifically well. And could cause problems, especially at set pieces like this corner.
Yeah, he only stands 5'7", but you're right, he's a phenomenal header of a ball, and Steve Bruce is looking hard at him now, and that time it was McClare getting it away. But Liverpool still making this early running here, as Staunton plays it in again towards Whelan and Hussein, and again United get it away. McMahon, oh my goodness, off the top of the United crossbar. Well, that was a terrific shot by Steve McMahon, who made all the difference in the latter stages of that game against Brighton in the Cup. And there it is, catches it Mark Hughes style on the volley and just nicks off the top of the crossbar.
I think Les Seeley actually thought it was going to go well over the bar and probably breathed a sigh of relief at the end when it started to dip.
McMahon in there again. Webb getting in to try and hold him back. Robson's pass is taken out by Nicol. In goes McMahon. The game, as you'd expect, at a furious pace with so much standing on it. A victory for Liverpool puts them back at the top of the table again. A victory for United puts them within 9 points of the leadership and makes them feel they've got a chance as well. Here's Barnes now for Liverpool. McMahon spraying it wide for David Burrows. For a moment he was outwitting Phelan, and he just caught Irwin there. Quite accidental. Ray Lewis coming across with a smile on his face, and that was purely accidental. A free kick, though, for Manchester United. All-ticket crowd here of around 44,000. United having their best crowds in 5 years. Clayton Blackmore gets it away. Here's Lee Sharp. McClare just ahead of him, gets it back again for Sharp. Speedy, there's a foul there on Clayton as he turned the United defender.
Little example there, Brian, of the fact that Staunton's playing on the right. I think Kenny Dalglish is probably a bit worried about Lee Sharp, so he's doubled up there with Staunton and Nicol, leaving Jimmy Carter, who's more of a natural forward winger, out of the side.
Blackmore with the free kick for United, Grobbelaar with the shout. And a throw which instantly releases Barnes. Alistair quickly closing him down though. Tony Whelan offside against McMahon. The Liverpool side, incidentally, without Peter Beardsley, who's fit but not even on the substitutes bench. There's a firm decision there by the Liverpool manager, Kenny Dalglish. And yet it was Beardsley who turned that cup tie in midweek at Brighton and scored a hat-trick when these sides met and when Liverpool won 4-0 back in September at Anfield. Havlik with the free kick. Whelan. Goes Irwin, but it was Barnes who won that in the air. Burrows taken out of it by Mike Phelan. Lost a test on an injury this morning to enable United to field an unchanged side. Steve McMahon. Straight to Robson. Webb. Play to Phelan. Good one-touch stuff here by United. Hughes spraying it wide now for Blackmore. Sharp up ahead of him. And Nicol getting to grips with Lee Sharp at the expense of a corner for United. Nice passing there by United, Gary Lineker. Yeah,
that was the first move they put together, and they showed that their confidence is high, their passing was good. Little interchange with Neil Webb and Mark Hughes, and Lee Sharp always the threat on the left.
Here comes the corner. Blackmore's throw for United. McClare. Blackmore. Bruce has gone up to join the front men. A good jump by Pallister. But he must have been pushing down on Hussein as he got for it. So Pallister and Bruce both well forward for that United movement. This is the real feel about it here this afternoon, I must say. Terrific atmosphere right around Old Trafford. People queuing here just after dawn this morning. Clare to Hughes. Cut out by Rush. Finds Staunton away on that right side. Rush, cut out by Robson, gets Webb away, then gets Sharp away. Again, Nicol needing to cover very quickly, and Sharp is so swift. And beats Nicol for pace. There it comes right in from Neil Webb. And Grobbelaar was down just as Robson, of all people, got right in from the midfield. Bruce again with a header. United really fired up for this one. And Sharp bowling Steve Nicol into the touch. And already it's been quite a battle in the opening minutes between Steve Nicol, who is so reliable and so dependable, against Lee Sharp, who's got such a flourishing season. There's so much promise about him, and so much pace as well. The nice thing about Sharp, of course, he plays all down that left flank. He's played left back, he's played midfield on the left side, and now he's playing basically as an out-and-out outside left. Owen, there's an obstruction there by McMahon. That'll be another free kick, indirect. Ray Lewis, the referee, with his arm aloft. Gary Lineker?
I think he played up for that a bit. I think he realised he probably hit it too hard, wasn't going to get in, and deliberately ran into Steve McMahon.
shake of the head from the Liverpool manager, who may not have agreed with the decision, but it's Dennis Irwin lining up this free kick. Pallister's up there again. Hughes has made a little dart in there again, and it was a header by Hughes. Good strong header by Mark Hughes.
Yeah, he just got a bit too much head on it, actually. He wanted to glance it a little bit more, and finished it going well wide.
Sharp. Blackmore. There. Blackmore. Hughes taking it from Robson. United putting some passing together again. Sharp on that touchline, giving Nicol plenty to think about. Webb playing it in again. McClare knocking it down for Hughes once again. But wide of the mark and a goal kick. "17 goals for Mark Hughes this season, 11 in the last 11 games, and 16 in the last 19. A lot of statistics there, but what it does mean is that Mark Hughes is in red-hot form right now. Barnes. Speedy. Whelan. Burrows. Okay, and they just can't get those moves going. Cut out that time by Webb. Irwin. Long towards Hughes, who was the first to react to that and may just have overhit that one. It's a goal kick. Met 3 times this season in the Charity Shield, which finished in a draw. Liverpool beating Manchester United 4-0 in the league at Anfield. That was a result really that did United no favours. They played much better than that, and then United got their revenge in the Rumbelows League Cup when they won here 3-1 against Liverpool on a real wet and windy night. Good jump by Pallister. Pitch cutting up pretty heavily already. They were pouring water on it this morning. It's the 43rd game that's been played on it this season, including a Rugby League international. Tough times for groundsmen. Here's Staunton on the far side again for Liverpool. He got past Clayton Blackmore. He got past Brian Robson. He's picked up Steve McMahon. This could be a problem for Manchester United. Saved by Seeley. And in the end, pushed behind for the corner by Irwin. Terrific work there, though, by McMahon, with a really good shot at the end of it.
He's in good form, Steve McMahon. I saw, albeit on the television, the game against Brighton, and he was influential in their victory. Not only in his midfield role, but scoring 2 goals as well.
Staunton again with a corner for Liverpool. And Pallister taking the safe way out. Barnes will take this corner. Tipping one in towards the near post, maybe. Where Rush is waiting. But it's Phelan who got there first. Hit Webb with it. Goal kick. Good skill, played at a lot of pace in the early stages here, Gary Lineker.
Yeah, it's got off to a cracking start. Both teams going flat out, end-to-end stuff, and some good football as well. In not particularly good conditions, the pitch has, you did say, has cut up quite badly early on.
Handball there. And a free kick for Manchester United. Steve Bruce with the free kick for Manchester United. Hit towards Hughes. Hussein was right there with him, and Nicol who gets it back. And Hussein back in the side after suspension. Webb. Sharp's outside him. Webb's looking this way, though, towards Mark Hughes. And Burrows holding him off. No foul there. Referee right on the spot. Pallister first, and so was Nicol. Irwin. Robillard calling for this one. Whelan, Staunton, foul that time by Webb. So Rush is waiting, watched by Pallister. Nicol takes the free kick. Speedy winning it in the air, and Whelan almost knocking out Robson with that shot. But a good example there, as Gary Lineker was saying a few minutes ago, how well Speedy gets up. He got up above Steve Bruce. But Irwin should get there before Barnes. David Speedy scored only 4 goals this season for Coventry City, but he's always a bit of a menace in around the opposing penalty areas.
I think a lot of the season, Brian, he's actually been playing in midfield for Coventry. He scored a lot of goals when he was at Chelsea with a great partnership with Kerry Dixon, and I'm sure Kerry will say that he enjoyed playing with David Speedy.
Just a little square up you caught a moment ago between two England mates, Robson and McMahon. Quickly came to nothing though, when they realised who they were. Robson well forward. Bruce has gone well forward. Pallister's already in there. They've piled a few red shirts in there as Dennis Irwin takes this free kick. Barnes gets it away. Speedy not quite sure. Hits the referee with it. And then finds Ablett. Only as far as Irwin. They quickly to Webb. Webb gets it in towards Mark Hughes, who was for a moment trying one of those incredible overhead volleys of his, but it was just a bit too high for that. Burrows threading it away. McMahon finding Barnes. Phelan for United. And foul on McMahon, or rather on McClare by McMahon. And a free kick to United. Bruce with the free kick. Just over a quarter of an hour gone. And no score here. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 0. Bruce to McClare. Irwin. Play there again by the referee. One of those referees, Ray Lewis, who likes to keep it moving. Needs every opportunity with the way these two are playing today. Back again to Bruce Robillard. They've done some real repair work in that goal mouth in the last week. They've re-turfed that area right in front of the goal. Quickly taken free kick. Pallister responded quickly for United. Staunton on the far side. Nichols ventured forward, and Sharp has gone back with him. Speedy goes down just inside the box. The referee wasn't interested in any sort of ward there. Hussein gets the header in. United get a throw.
Dangerous tackle actually from Gary Pallister. That he slid in. He didn't really need to. There wasn't much danger, and there's always a danger if you miss time of giving a penalty away.
Staunton gets that back. Phelan is down injured. United get a free kick. Robson with this Free kick, no, it'll be Clayton Blackmore. Just rather belatedly going forwards. Bruce in there as well, now making a little burst into the box. That came off McMahon. It's a game today, I'm delighted to saying, is going live to our forces in the Gulf. We all send our warmest good wishes to you. Our thoughts are with all of you. I'm sure the England captain would like to say a word to endorse that as well.
Very much so, Brian. I think our thoughts are all with them. It certainly puts sport into perspective and the importance of it. And just like to say on behalf of all the footballers in this country, what a great job they're doing, and hopefully that you'll all come home safely soon.
Well said, Gary, as Bruce Grobbelaar gets it away. McClare. Came off McMahon again.
Just one little point, Brian. It's amazing how much mail I've had from the Gulf, actually saying that whatever you do, make sure that the teams keep playing, because we're really interested in how our sides are doing, and it helps our morale when our certain teams do well, and I think that's important.
I'd agree. They're getting newspapers and, of course, radio, television a lot, so they are well aware of what's going on back here with their favourite teams. And let's hope as many of them as possible can watch this game from Old Trafford today, and one or two little memories and thoughts of home. Speedy. Staunton. Speedy again. McMahon. Staunton, he's whipped that in well towards Rush, and Rush has got up there. Speedy! And that was real emergency action there by Les Seeley. And just for a moment there, it looked as though Speedy might mark his first game in a Liverpool shirt with an early goal. Terrific jump by Rush, though.
It was, and he timed his run very well as well. Les Seeley's done well to block that.
So it's Liverpool's corner. Staunton playing it a little wider this time. Again, Brian McClare back to get it away. Staunton once more. This time it's Hughes getting it away. McMahon diving and getting the ball wide to Burrows. Irwin, some good work there by McClare. Phelan. Burrows getting back. Liverpool get a throw. So 21 minutes gone, 0-0. Free kick for Liverpool, taken quickly by McMahon, up to John Barnes. Rush and Speedy beginning to get a combination going there. Given Liverpool's way. Stern but fair challenge there by Steve Bruce on Ian Rush. Barnes just tipping it there to McMahon. Whelan getting it wide for Nicol. Forward now towards Speedy, but the long legs of Pallister got there first. Webb trying to get sharp away, succeeds in doing so down that left-hand side. Hughes has made a great break into the middle, and Hussein cut that out superbly for Liverpool. Nicol. Staunton. Stopped by Robson. Sharp.
I think the chief threat for Manchester United will be to use Lee Sharp as much as they can. He He does look to be in good form. He's very quick and he's already caused them problems. Neil Webb in particular is constantly looking for him, I've noticed.
Robson had the same thing on his mind then, actually. Hughes stopped by Whelan. Burrows. Pallister's header. Nice little touch by Webb. Well killed by McClare. Irwin. Then Hussein there for Liverpool. That was Phelan. Some good work there by Phelan. Now with Hughes. Robson. Played for Sharp. And again it was Glenn Hussein. But there was just the faintest error by Liverpool, some 20 yards outside their own penalty area, and they were very nearly made to pay for it. It was a really slick passing again by United.
It's probably the first clear-cut chance they've had in the game, and he struck it well, but it was just blocked.
Robson. Irwin's header. Ablett gets it away. Phelan, a real up and under. They're all chase after this one, and Lee Sharp might get there first. Does so. Ablett over his own crossbar. Another corner for United.
They just needed someone to take a chance there in the box to try and get on the end of Lee Sharp's cross. If somebody had just took the gamble that he might knock it in there, they'd have probably had a good chance.
Well, it's a corner for United. Sharp will take it. And plenty of grey shirts in the back, particularly looking for Bruce and for Pallister. That looked like a handball by Hussein. Penalty given. Well, Hussein, I can't understand that. And the Liverpool players look totally nonplussed. Kenny Dalglish can't believe it either. That was amazing.
Well, sometimes when you jump like that and you miss the ball, your arm automatically flicks up. And that's what I think might have happened. I don't think he's actually gone to hit that, but the way he's jumped and the way he started to fall, his arm sort of hurled up and hit it, although it looked blatant. And he had no choice but to give a penalty.
Steve Bruce, 10 goals this season, 7 of them from the penalty spot. He's got it! United go into the lead with 26 minutes gone. Steve Bruce chalks up goal number 11. 8 of them from the spot. Robillard chose the right way but couldn't get a touch on that one. And Glenn Hussein's incredible handball provides Manchester United with a great impetus now. You won't get a flicker of emotion out of Kenny, that's for sure, whether they are 3 up or 3 down. Hussein getting back. Sad for him in a way because he'd been defending so well. So let's see how Liverpool respond. Whelan. Rush. Bruce. Webb has given it to Barnes. Barnes has given it to Whelan. It'll come for Staunton. There are men waiting in the middle. Staunton couldn't get it over. Both Speedy and Rush were there. Let's have a look at the penalty incident again, Gary Lineker.
Yeah, as the corner comes over, you can see him, he's going to head the ball, and he's put under a little bit of pressure, and his arms just automatically come over. You can see it comes over again as he falls down. There's no way anybody would try and punch the ball there. It would be madness.
Hughes. Robson. Sharp. McAllister. And away goes Sharp. The flag stays down. Hughes and McClare are waiting in the middle, and Robillard grabs that one. Some dynamic attacking by United over this last 10 minutes, quarter of an hour. And a great cross in again by Lee Sharp. So Liverpool in for a real tough afternoon. Here comes that cross from Lee Sharp. Some good handling though by Bruce Grobbelaar. One thing you know about Liverpool is, in spite of the fact that they struggled and then finally beat Blackburn in the Cup, and then they looked for a time as though they might be out of it in extra time at Brighton. But the one thing that remains undamaged is their spirit. And even though they are facing tough times here at Old Trafford this afternoon, don't for a moment write them off.
No, they've got so much ability in the side that they're capable of scoring a goal at any second.
Alistair. Alistair up above Speedy. There was a foul on little Speedy there. It's a free kick to Liverpool. Holding off the challenge both of Hughes and Phelan there. Rush couldn't get a hold of it though. Comes up to Hughes. Hussein. United have got an interest, of course. Well, it's a growing interest in the league, but also in 3 cup competitions. The Rumbelows, that's the semi-final next week here against Leeds United, live with us. They also have, of course, a match against Norwich in the FA Cup, and in the quarter-finals of the Cup Winners' Cup against Montpellier of France, and I gather there's a delegation from France here today. They'll be impressed by what they're seeing with United as Webb plays it in towards McClare.
That's definitely the area that's causing Liverpool most problems. I'm a bit surprised they've not dragged Steve Staunton back in there a little bit. I thought that's probably why he picked him, but he's tend to wander a bit further forward, and he's not blocking off the service to Lee Sharp.
Speedy. Pursued by Bruce. Back to Staunton. Rush and Barnes are waiting in the middle. Owen! A miss kick. He might just have been aware that Barnes was a yard or so behind him. But Irwin escapes, so do United. Liverpool get a corner. Staunton with that corner. That's a better looking one. Seeley was struggling to get to that one through a forest of players. There's Ablett. Gets it up to Whelan. Oh, that's straight into space where Robson will pick it up for United, with Sharp again down that left-hand side, and Robson again feeding him unerringly. Webb. Blackmore. Owen's free on this side. Beautiful little chip there by Blackmore, just clearing Barnes and finding Irwin. In once more towards Phelan. Staunton getting there just before Blackmore. Rush coming back to do some work, but again United complete air shot there by Clayton Blackmore. There may be some excuse for it. He may have taken a little nudge in the back just as he was lining up the shot. So a free kick for United.
Thought he sold him a dummy.
But this is the best United form. I know they came to Tottenham and won, but this is the best United form, Gary, that you will have seen, I would think, for a year or two, isn't it?
Well, they look a side that's confident. They're knocking the ball around, they're pressing, they've got the crowd behind them, and the game's easier when you're in form.
Robson with the kick. Burrows with a header, only out as far as Sharp. That could be a problem. Leclerc, flag stays down. Staunton, back to the safety of Grobbelaar. Foul on Speedy. Speedy being watched there by Robson. As Whelan lines up this free kick for Liverpool, offside.
It's very frustrating when sides do that to you, because they have this coded message. You'll find that one of the defenders shouts something, and they all know what they're going to do, and they all go up. And unless you suddenly find out what the code word is, it's difficult to do anything about it. And that has been known.
It has been known. Alistair. Free kick to Liverpool. Nicol with the free kick. Hit towards Rush. Robson was guarding him well. McMahon to Burrows. Speedy and Bruce. At that time, the free kick goes Manchester United ways. Talking to David Speedy before the game, he said, "You haven't seen Steve Bruce, have you? He's got a couple of tickets for me because I want them badly." Well, I don't know whether Steve gave him the tickets or not, but he's given him a bit of a buffeting once or twice. But it was United who got the free kick. 9 minutes to half-time, Manchester United leading by a goal to nil. The penalty by Steve Bruce after 26 for a handball by Glenn Hussein. Another little statistic: United's 100th goal against Liverpool. I think they've been, over the years, it's a very close-fought battle. He's played 115. Looking at United with 40 wins, Liverpool with only 41. And it could be quite a historic day when they get level 41-41 today. Whoop. Oh, Speedy struck out there at Bruce. After Bruce had held him down. It's a free kick for Liverpool. Steve Nicol will line up for Steve Staunton to take. Alistair ducking in to get the header away. Hughes through the legs of McMahon there for Webb, and away goes Leclerc down the right, but Burrows is quick. But concedes the corner.
Neil Webb's knocking some lovely little balls actually in between the fullbacks and the centre halves. He's done it quite a few times, as we said to Lee Sharp. He's also slipped a few in down the right as well.
Irwin with the corner. A deep one. Oh, great save by Grobbelaar from Robson. Terrific bit of goalkeeping there by Bruce Grobbelaar. But what a header by Robson too.
That's what Brian Robson's great at, attacking the ball in the box. He's fearless, and he just runs through players.
Phelan was back there. Just as Speedy is back here for Liverpool.
It reminds me of Brian Robson there. Once I was actually asked to mark him at corners, which I thought was a mistake from the start. And we spoke about it on the pitch. He couldn't believe I was marking him, and of course it did end up with Brian Robson scoring a goal from a corner. That was when I played at Leicester. Needless to say, I've never done it since.
Yeah, that was a superb header just now, and as you say, so typical of him. And had it got in, Gary, you never know, he might have been in line for man of the match. And I overheard the conversation you were having in the corridor just before we came up to the gantry, and he said, I'm a bit short of champagne at the moment.
He did. He offered me a glass as well, a bit of bribery.
Here's Burrows. 1-0 to Manchester United. Certainly take this man of the match award very seriously, the players. Robson. Oh, Barnes, lovely bit of play. Oh, lovely play by Barnes. Now the little cross to finish it off. It's in there from Speedy. But no doubt who the architect of that was. That was magnificent play by John Barnes. What about that?
It's probably the first time we've seen him really involved in the game, and that was absolutely special. His first bit of footwork that we didn't quite catch, we'll get it here. The little turn there through the back of his own legs, and he just sold about 3 players a dummy. Came through on the outside, a great little cross that Les Sealey couldn't quite reach him.
Just almost got to it, but couldn't quite.
That's right.
And there's David Speedy in his first game for Liverpool, scoring the equalising goal. .39 minutes, and Liverpool pull back to 1-1. But the moments that led up to it are the moments that people are going to be talking about for a long time. That wonderful skill by John Barnes. Whelan. Hussein will feel a little better now, but not with that sort of challenge.
Bit ironic, really, that David Speedy's done in 40 minutes what Ian Rush has failed to do in 22 games. You get these bogey teams, and I'm sure Rushy won't be too concerned as long as Liverpool get the right result.
But it's a great start for him. His 5th goal of the season. The 4 coming with Coventry City. Game swung around when you think just a couple of minutes before that Grobbelaar's incredible save from Robson's header, that could have been 2. Instead of that, we're back at 1-1. Bruce with a header. Hughes, Hussein, Alistair's header, up goes Robson. McMahon there for Liverpool. Robson again. Rush trying to get a touch. It comes for Whelan in the end, and now for Staunton, stopped by Pallister. Staunton then trying to get Nicol down to that corner flag. And a corner given. It must have just nicked off Lee Sharp. Well, Barnes, I think in a moment when we get our breath back, we'll look again at that terrific moment of his, and also it'd be interesting to see what the reaction was on the Liverpool bench. We'll show that to you in a moment, but first here's Steve Staunton's corner. Curled in, Phelan away at the near post. Staunton again, nice bit of skill there, beating Neil Webb. In the end, overran it, it's a goal kick. Right, let's have a look at that John Barnes moment again. Gary?
Yeah, I mean, this is something that you'd pay and you'd be satisfied with the whole afternoon for this bit of skill. I mean, he beats 2 or 3 players, and even from a difficult angle gets a great crossing. And Speedy, nice debut.
And there you saw Liverpool bench as we watched another Liverpool attack. Speedy's free kick. Certainly had them off their seats on the Liverpool bench, and I've no doubt a fair number of armchairs on Merseyside as well. Speedy again. Rush almost got onto that one. And typical of Liverpool fighting their way back into this game now, Gary Lineker.
Well, as I said, with the players they've got, they're always likely to score a goal, and a goal's going to change the game. Speedy just overhead kick there. Just a little flick might have seen another goal, but as I said, when you've got players like John Barnes that can do something like that, you've always got a chance.
Almost another handball there by Hussein, almost identical to the one that conceded the penalty. He does seem to have that habit when he jumps, that his arm does come up very high.
It's like a windmill.
It is. Hussein and Hughes. Might be a yard or so between them all afternoon. Arms header. There by Bruce, climbing on Speedy. To be honest, I couldn't see much else that he could have done to get a header in there, and it seemed to me his arms were down by his side. But a free kick given to Liverpool. Gary Ablett with it. McMahon. Well, there goes the half-time whistle. And a great first half it's been, with David Speedy's equaliser after Steve Bruce had put Manchester United into the lead. Here at Old Trafford then, it's Manchester United 1, Liverpool 1.
Will your next car have a catalytic converter that removes 95% of toxic pollutants? Call Audi on 0800 585 685 to make sure.
Well, baby, I'm thinking about your chocolate. Well, baby, I'm thinking about your taste. Well, baby, I'm thinking about your chocolate. Thinking about your taste.
Latham? Hello, Tinkerbell. The vision told me you were back in the field. Know what you need?
Yes, 30 yards of dental floss garrote wire, a 12-bore pump-action stapler, and a 5-pound bag of your finest stun potatoes.
Oh, and the scuba trousers, black, high cut.
You've been away a long time, Latham. Here, your 4929.
Ingenious. What is it?
It's a Barclay card, Latham.
Yes. And?
Over here.
Ah, the mission.
No, the places that take Barclay card. Sign here.
A Barclay card?
That's all you need, Latham. Sorry, old stock. Back way out, please.
Millions of us suffer the misery of backache, but need we? This week, the Daily Mail serializes a vital new book by the woman who treated Prince Charles. Step by step, she examines the best available treatments. Are painkillers and surgery really necessary? Is exercise the right answer? Prince Charles says this woman has infinitely helped him. Now she could do the same for you. Backache, beat it, prevent it, live without pain. Read Beating Backache starting tomorrow only in the Daily Mail.
British Telecom now introduce the world's most advanced range of digital phone systems, Meridian. An integrated range designed to meet the needs of businesses worldwide, whether large or small. The Meridian family. Now available in the UK. Only from British Telecom.
Nobby again, and also there's the man of the first half, now wearing his gloves. Actually, it's not that cold an afternoon, Gary, is it?
Is it not?
What we do know is it's a free kick straight away to Manchester United.
I've learnt from last time, Brian. Anyway, I wrapped up warmer this time.
So plenty to play for now in this second half. Remember, if Liverpool win, they go back to the top of the First Division. Good jump there by Pallister. And if United win, they really feel that with this surge that they're on, that the Championship is still not beyond them. They would then be 9 points behind Arsenal and 8 behind Liverpool. Good throw again by Grobbelaar, but Burrows couldn't quite collect. Barnes. Liverpool now kicking towards the end where the Liverpool fans are. Blackmore, Webb. Stopped though, and well stopped there by Ronnie Whelan. Robson beating Whelan in the air that time. McMahon getting there just before Robson. Rush getting into the path of McMahon again. Blackmore backpedaling quickly. The way back to Celia's cut off. Blackmore really fighting for the ball here, helped out by Lee Sharp. Liverpool's throw, Steve Staunton with it. Sharp. Just knows there was little enough room there for him, and in the end it's a go for him. Celia will take it. Boy from Bethnal Green. Webb. Sharp. And it goes behind off Steve Nicol for a corner to Manchester United.
He's not quite got the right quality of crossing yet. He's got through there quite a few times, but he just can't quite get it in the right place.
Still only 19, and he's got plenty of time, Gary.
Yeah, he's got a great future. I like him a lot, this Lee Sharp.
There's his corner. Pallister playing it back to him again. Blackmore. Whelan directing the header straight to McMahon. McMahon switching the attack. Well, his aim was to switch it to the far side there. Webb with a throw for United. Barnes. Helped by Whelan. Taken away there by Ablett. Blackmore playing it in for Webb. A little touch by him for Robson. Leclerc stopped by Ablett. Liverpool.
I actually voted for Lee Sharp for Young Player of the Year. I think he must be the strong favourite for that award.
Yes, I would have thought a very strong favourite. Those votes for this season, have you?
Well, we've just been given the leaflets a week or so ago. Yes, it's supposed to be judged actually over a calendar year,
yes.
But it doesn't usually work out that way. It's usually, I think, players judge it on the season that's actually going on.
And would you choose him for the main award?
Mark Hughes, yes, I think he's got to be in the running. I've not actually made my mind up on that one yet, but...
Well, here's Hughes. Trying to get Webb away. Webb was just for a moment back on his heels, thinking he was offside, but the flag had stayed down and Nicol got in. It'll be a United throw.
But going back to that, Mark Hughes has got to be one of the contenders. He's having a fabulous season, especially the last couple of months.
Webb also has done a hamstring by the look of it. He's coming straight off.
Well, when you do something like that, you know that you've got no chance of continuing.
I noticed that Jim McGregor, the physio, is right on the touchline there. They're aware that there's a problem. And Danny Wallace will be coming straight on.
It's a bad blow for Neil. He's had his fair share of injuries, what with the bad Achilles injury last season. And he was playing particularly well today, I thought.
And of course that will rule him out of the England squad for the Cameroon.
Yeah, and he must have had a chance of playing, I would think. With David Platt, of course, ruled out as well through injury.
And also United, as Danny Wallace prepares to come on, United will be saying to themselves, well, I wonder if that rules him out of the Rumbelows semi-final next week against Leeds.
Well, it depends how bad it is, but usually a hamstring needs at least a fortnight, even if it's only a slight pull.
And then, of course, the cup after that, they have a difficult game at Norwich. So that's a bad blow for United. Callister. Up and under there. Hughes is underneath this one. But Hussein got the header in. McClare's shot. Wallace. Just going back to your footballer of the year, Hughes is obviously very much in the running. That's for you, talking for the PFA one.
That's right. Yeah. The players vote themselves. All the players have a vote right through the divisions. But you can't vote for anybody on your own side.
That's right.
Well, so I can't vote for Paul Gascoigne.
That's right. Well, I get a vote in the Football Writers one, which is the oldest of these awards, as you well know. And I think Hughes, I think Gordon Strachan's going to be in the running. I think Stuart Pearce has had a terrific season at Nottingham Forest. Gaza. Quite a few to choose from.
There is. I don't think anybody's actually stood out head and shoulders like happened some years. So it'll be a difficult choice.
Right, let's get back to the game now with Whelan finding Barnes and the score at 1-1. McMahon, charged down by Pallister. Sharp. And Nicol gets in. What they've done is they put Danny Wallace away on the right-hand side. Phelan is now up through the central channels alongside Brian Robson.
Yeah, McClare's dropped back into midfield.
And McClare's dropped back into midfield. Robson. Blackmore. Burrows just undecided for a moment there, but then Grobbelaar was very positive, came, and his mind was made up for him. Bruce, touched by Robson, cut out by Whelan, knocks it up to Speedy. Got Barnes in support, and on this side, it comes straight to Lee Sharp. Hughes. That's a good ball, Wallace. He's got behind them now. McClare's getting in there. Sharp's getting in there. McClare almost. And Grobbelaar catches it gratefully at the end. Barnes will get it back. Gary Lineker.
Great ball from Mark Hughes there. There's a little bit of a theory that's gone round recently that says Mark Hughes is actually difficult to play with. I don't hold with that view. You saw him put Danny Wallace in there. Danny gets a good crossing, and Brian McClare just can't quite get a good enough touch on it. But going back to Mark, I always found him great to play with when I was at Barcelona. I had one of my most successful seasons there, and I don't quite hold with that view. I think it's sometimes made by other people trying to make excuses.
McClare, but there was a foul on him.
Because he's such a great competitor, holds the ball up well, and he's nice to run off because you know exactly what he's going to, well, not when he's got the ball, but he's always looking to hold it up, which gives the other striker time to make runs.
Well, here's a free kick for Manchester United. Blackmore, who strikes a very impressive free kick, is behind it. Robson too. Liverpool wall retreating. Danger of some injury here, I would have thought. If Clayton Blackman was striking rates, but the ball was lined up well. It was a long time for McClare to find a way of playing with Mark Hughes, to be fair, but now between them they've knocked in 30 goals this season.
Yeah, I think in a way they played to similar styles, which perhaps didn't help, but I don't think you can blame Mark Hughes for that. I think ideally, if he had somebody more pace with him.
Rush, playing it back for Speedy. Well, his shot was away off target, but there was a certain threat there. And combining well again and timing his run well was David Speedy, combining well with Ian Rush. 43,690 the crowd here today. And Les Sealey with the goal kick for Manchester United. Not a very impressive one. Here's Staunton. Nicol with the throw. Alistair getting it away. It'll fall from McClare. Got Irwin away on the right. Wallace was way offside.
The great advantage of someone like Brian McClare, of course, is the fact that he can play in any position between the midfield and up front, so he can adapt. He's a good enough player to do that.
Injury to Speedy at the moment. There's McClare. He's had not always very successful times here, but the great thing is he's a real trier, Brian McClare, and a real 100%er. As you can see there, he's missed only one of 136 league games, so you can be sure that Alec Ferguson is well aware of what he's worth. Speed is okay. Hussein with the free kick for Liverpool. Hit towards Staunton. Won that well in the air. Alistair up above Speedy. Blackmore gets it away. Hughes turns it in lovely in a beautiful little ball there for Robson. You wouldn't know where to put your money, would you, at the moment?
No, it's very even. Both sides are looking very dangerous when they go forward and capable of scoring, so it could go either way, this one.
Alistair with the free kick for Manchester United. 13 minutes of the second half gone, 1-1 the score. Wallace. Oh, nice little touch, Hughes, and some excellent play by Hussein. Barnes touched up to Rush, who really hasn't had a goal chance so far this afternoon, Ian Rush. Staunton. Nicol. It's a good ball play by Nicol. Staunton took it well. There's the cross played in too close to Sealey. His throw finds McClare. Taken down beautifully there by Hughes. Oh, nice play by Hughes. In the end, the pass for Phelan was played too firmly. A ripple of applause right round Old Trafford for Mark Hughes. Rush with that header. Up goes Pallister. Phelan getting back. Liverpool with the throw. A free kick to Liverpool. They're leaving it to Steve Staunton. Speedy, Rush and Barnes on the edge of United's penalty area. Play towards Speedy, a flick on by him. Phelan was anticipating that. Hussein. Whelan. Ablett. second half gone, 1-1. Out by McClare. Hughes running straight into Ablett. I don't really think you could blame Ablett greatly for that. The referee wants a word with him, though, but Hughes had turned so quickly. Well, it's a card that's coming out.
It's a yellow one, bro.
Yeah, I'm glad it's only a yellow one, because I feel a certain sympathy for Gary Ablett there.
Yeah, I think the ball ran in such a way that he couldn't avoid the collision. Probably a bit unfortunate there.
Yeah, I think so. Happily, no great damage done to Mark Hughes, but a yellow card for Gary Ablett. And United get a free kick, which Irma will take. Alistair again up there, 6'4" of him. Bruce was in there too, but couldn't quite get that header. Sharp, who pulled back, tries to get Bruce away. And the foul by Steve Bruce, a free kick to Liverpool.
Can't work that one out.
No, I can't either. Mancunians here demanding, all these claiming that the referee's a Scouser. He's not, he comes from Great Bookham in Surrey. Ray Lewis. Whelan playing it in towards Barnes. McClare right back there again for United. Finds Hughes. Ablett close on Hughes there. Irwin did well to get the better of Barnes. McClare just keeping it in play, but this should be Ablett's ball, although Wallace is lurking. Wallace just back after an injury. Took a little time to settle in here at Old Trafford, did Danny Wallace, after his move up from Southampton. But it all turned for him, I thought, on the occasion when United went to Arsenal and won 6-2, and he had an absolutely fabulous game, and all his confidence came back. And then, of course, the injury. Weiss. Oh, goodness, that was the most extraordinary back pass, come shot at goal, whatever it was, by Steve Nicol. It's a corner. Wallace turned his man well. In comes Nicol and drives the ball beyond the goal for the call.
You thought he was the attacker there, wouldn't he?
He's quick, Wallace, Gary.
Yeah, he's very lively.
Confidence is coming back all the time. Here's Sharp with a corner for United. Oh, went right across there. Pallister was leading the line as he chased it. Rush finding Staunton. And Speedy caught him, and the referee quite right. If it's a head injury, you've got to bring him on quickly. But in fairness to Speedy, Pallister was ducking really low. Here's the case in point, Gary Lineker.
Yeah,
see how low
he's ducking down there. It's well, he's 6'4", and Dave Speedy's quite a bit smaller than that.
Actually, we had a similar incident at Tottenham yesterday with Paul Lee Chapman, and he was ducking a little bit low and caught a boot.
That was horrible, actually. He seemed to go unconscious straight away and just fell like a boxer face first onto the track at Tottenham, and it was a real mess. So hopefully it's nothing serious.
Yes, if Lee Chapman's listening and watching today, we wish him a very speedy recovery. Bruce with the free kick. United defence came forward as a man. United were caught offside. Just a slight lull in the game at the moment. Whether it's working itself up towards a final storm, that could well be. hasten things along a bit. Make things happen as he is now, as he finds Lee Sharp. Plenty of red shirts up for Sharp now as the cross comes in. And it was Ablett. After Hughes had got the header in. Speedy. No foul. But Liverpool get a throw. But that was pure Robson there, and he really got involved in that midfield area, made something happen. It looks as though McMahon is injured now. McMahon's got a cut on the side of the face. As Sharp now, and it's Hughes, I think, who gets the header in here, and Ablett who gets it away.
Yeah, he got his cross right that time. He got it spot on. Steve's cut his side of his eye there. And he won't worry about that too much.
That's nothing.
Tough as old boots. At least his hair won't get in it, will it? Yes.
Well, both the Kenny Dalglish's Liverpool subs are warming up. Jimmy Carter, formerly of Millwall, and Jan Molby. Pallister's header. Whelan. Coming towards the halfway mark in the second half. And Hussein having a physical tussle there as that ball came towards them. Actually, it's indicative of the form that Glenn Hussein's in this afternoon, that Mark Hughes has had very, very few opportunities. Speedy throwing himself at the defender there. United quite rightly getting the free kick. At any point during this afternoon, when you look at Hussein and Hughes, they're never more than a yard apart, are they? No, they're both going for that one there. In fact, it was Whelan who eventually got it. Ablett backtracking here.
I think they've had a few contests over the last 2 or 3 seasons since Hussein came from Italy.
That's right. Well, of course, Hussein very nearly came here, didn't he? Just somehow at a crucial point in the transaction there was a lack of communication, so he says, between himself and Old Trafford, and suddenly Liverpool stepped in and he was a Liverpool player. Barnes. Bruce gets it away. Ablett. Phelan trying to get it going. Still a touch there by Wallace, finding Sharp again. There's his cross towards Hughes, nodded down there for Danny Wallace once more. Liverpool crowding them out in defence. Irwin playing it in again quickly. That was a good ball played in there, and Ablett, a full stretch, putting it behind for another corner. A move that looked as though it was petering out was suddenly resurrected superbly there by Dennis Irwin.
He did well to get his cross in, actually.
Indeed.
He's good at that, though. He likes to hit the early ball in, and if you get, as a striker, if you get someone like that, at least you know what's going to happen.
Here's his corner towards Pallister. But Hussein won it. Barnes with a chance to get it away. And Steve Bruce, who was nearest the Liverpool player, claiming that that was a handball by Barnes. The referee was on this side of the box, but the linesman was directly in line, and the linesman kept his flag down. And you can see still Steve Bruce there, still protesting that that was a handball. Hughes. It's a good ball. Robson. Can Wallace get there? He can. Phelan. Whelan making the charge for Liverpool. Bruce gets it back. Still complaining about that handball. Let's see if this tells us anything about it. From the other angle, it came down for John Barnes. Well, let's say that did look a handball.
If it was purely unintentional.
Purely unintentional.
Unintentional.
Unintentional. Robson all over the field, getting it back to Les Seeley. Back in tremendous form again, isn't he?
Yeah, it's nice to see him back. He's such an inspirational player if you're playing with him. Or
Whelan, McMahon, Owen, Hussein's header. Whelan gets it back. He won't need reminding Ronnie Whelan that it was a long own goal that he scored from in that goal, in fact, last season in this game, from a long way out. Rush versus Bruce. Robson brings it away, tries to get Sharp away once more. Nicol with the header for Liverpool. Staunton. Whelan. McMahon. Speed his little touch, falls straight to Bruce. There's Robson again. McMahon and Hughes scratching at each other there for a moment. As Sharp takes it up again. Gets into the box there. Hussein. Well-timed challenge. Hussein claiming that it didn't come off him, but the referee says it did. It's a corner for Manchester United. Leclerc and Wallace and Hughes in the 6-yard area. Bruce and Robson and Pallister poised. This is Blackmore. Rush charging out to give Blackmore as little time as possible, but to the way into touch for a throw to Liverpool. Good jump by Irwin, beating Barnes in the air, finds Hughes. And an interception by Gary Ablett. There's Speedy in a bit of space on the far side. Barnes has gone charging through. Barnes. Staunton, Rush very active as well. But Blackmore got that one away. Wallace and Hussein commanding the centre of the back. Apart from that one aberration with a handball in the box. McMahon gets it back. Don't forget a chance to see all the goals from the First Division yesterday at the end of the programme, with prizes to be won. Also, we await in about 10 minutes' time or so Gary's nomination for Man of the Match here. I wonder who you might think at home. Certainly there's some terrific candidates out there this afternoon.
I was just panicking about that, Brian. Actually, there's nobody sort of stands out. It's going to be a difficult one today.
Hussein. It's a throw to Manchester United. Sharp came off him, Liverpool's throw. They're knocking it back, giving Bruce some work to do.
I think the game really needs a goal now, just to, at the moment I think both sides, well, it's 1-1 okay, but it just needs a goal just to change people's attitudes a bit.
McMahon gets it back. Offside. The kick was taken. I think it was probably Barnes or Rush. Free kick which Bruce has taken now for Manchester United. In goes Burrows. Bruce will get it back. Quarter of an hour of the game left. with a header. Bruce keep high and forward towards Hughes. Trying to get McClare in. Good play here by Ablett. And Burrows. Rush galloping after it.
He's not really had a chance today, has he, to kill that record that's probably driving him mad. It's mentioned every time they ever play the game, and it's invariably televised as well, which makes it worse for him. We all have these bogey sides, and it's not, you don't usually think nothing of it, but if people constantly remind you of it, it's bound to get a bit infuriating, I think.
I mean, he always says he doesn't think about it, but I think the more you remind him, he has to think about it.
Well, it's forced onto him, isn't it?
Burrows. Whelan. That was the pitch that was down. Robson. Wallace. There's a foul by Wallace. On Wallace, rather, by McMahon. Free kick given to Manchester United. Game just has fallen apart a little bit now, the last few minutes. We certainly have the players out there capable of restoring it. And there's one of them, number 10, Mark Hughes. Bruce hitting it high towards McClare. Wallace wondering where it's going to land. Irwin turns it in again for Wallace. Played again there now for Brian Robson. Hughes. Too high for Pallister. Here's Sharp. Blackmore. Towards Wallace again. Again Ablett there. And a foul by Blackmore on Staunton. A free kick to Liverpool. Robson. There's McClare. Hughes playing it wide for Irwin. Rush for Whelan. The United fans a moment ago contesting the fact that it surely wasn't a Liverpool throw, now are appeased as it becomes a United throw, but now it's another Liverpool one. Dave Burrows with it. Hughes. Kenny Dalglish just getting his substitutes to warm up again. Well, that's just to keep the muscles in good trim on a cold afternoon. I can't believe at the moment, can you, that he's contemplating a change, or do you think he might be?
Well, I don't know. I think he'll want to win the game. If he just fancies it, sometimes changes it, livens things up a little bit. Because the game, as you said, has gone a little bit dead at the moment. It needs something to happen. But as you said, it is very cold, and you do need to constantly keep warm.
It's Blackmore with the throw for Manchester United. He's found feeling with it. Back to Blackmore. Out of play. Robson. Another nice touch by Robson. And here's Robson again, but this time there's a foul on Speedy by Pallister. A little over 10 minutes left.
He doesn't look very happy, Brian, so he might make a substitution. Well, he never does he?
It's a long time since I've seen him looking quite so animated, though. Sharp. Hughes, that's a lovely touch by Hughes. Bruce. And the volley and into the path of Wallace. Ablett again. It's a corner. Sharp will take it.
It's just been the final cross that's let United down a lot. They've got in some great positions, but just haven't quite been able to beat the near defender.
Towards Pallister, too high even for him. Played in again to Bruce. Couldn't find Hughes with it though. Here's Irwin. Sharp, cut out well though by Whelan. Speedy, bringing Barnes into play. Getting away from Robson. So crowded in there though. In the end, it's Clayton Blackmore who can bring it away for Manchester United. Up to Wallace. Came off McMahon.
It's funny, when John Barnes was going through there, you could sense the fear of the United fans.
A bit of a hush came over Old Trafford, but now the roars will start again as McClare finds Irwin, who crosses a good ball. And that's not a bad one either. And Grobbelaar at full stretch. The play goes on. Hughes will try and retrieve it. Grobbelaar gets back to his goal. Played now for Blackmore. Will he drive it from there? Yes, but it's all way off the target. Again, a good cross by Dennis Irwin.
Yeah, as I was saying before about Dennis Irwin, he does hit an early ball. Now, if you're a striker, you can time your run off that, because you know he's going to hit it first time. You can really attack space, which is what being a striker is all about. And if you know when it's coming in, that doesn't half help.
That was the view from the other side of the ground. And here we are on that side of the ground now with David Burrows to Barnes. Nicol. Staunton. Bruce's header away. Staunton. Sharp doing some good defending. And it'll be a goal. Speedy. Whelan. McClare. McMahon to Barnes. Burrows outside him. Knocked away well by Steve Bruce. He's had an excellent game. Liverpool throw. David Burrows to John Barnes. Robson getting in there again, but that time it was a handball. It's a free kick. Robson's really been in the thick of it again, right through that midfield. Well, there's some defending to be done by Manchester United. Ronnie Whelan with the kick. Curled in towards Hussein, actually. Barnes trying to get in also. McMahon trying to get in. Robson just knocks it away there towards McClare. Ablett. Irwin. Robson. So just over 5 minutes to go, and it remains at 1-1. Staunton. McMahon offside.
And only just.
And only just. Speedy down and injured. And in fact they're going to take Phelan off and bring young Lee Martin on for Manchester United.
It's been a little bit disappointing the second half after the way the first half went.
Sure.
Which is often the case. It's never easy to explain why, but it just seems both teams that don't want to lose, and that's crept in over the last 20 minutes.
Well, here's Pallister as United seek to win it now. Up towards Wallace. Rush again back there doing valuable work. McMahon knocking it on. Lee Martin playing it to Gary Pallister. Well, your panic has got to start. You've got to name your man of the match, Gary.
Well, I'm doing this purely because he offered me a glass of champagne, Brian Robson.
Really?
No, he's had a terrific game, Brian. As have a lot of other players. It's been really difficult today to pick one above others, but I'll give it to Brian. It's nice to see him back playing again and playing so well.
He's too busy there even to take the public address announcement.
He'd have heard
I thought it is. Well, you can hear what the United fans think of that. There's only one Brian Robson, and Robillard didn't get to that one. He just headed away before he got there. In goes Lee Martin. That's a good ball now. Played for Hughes. And Martin keep it going. Hughes again. Martin again. Rather sharp this time. Hussein stretched out there. Clayton Blackmore. And Ablett away. Alistair. Robson right in. Hughes tried to get it on the volley and it looked to be falling for him. And suddenly Liverpool on the break now. Bronze for them. Liverpool's throw. Burrows. Whelan. Rush. Now Barnes. And Bruce. Up to Wallace. It's gone round Burrows. To the man of the match, Brian Robson. And his pass might come to a clear. Grobler way outside the box and a handball. And he's going to be a red card, will it be? Could be.
I'll bet against it.
It's a yellow card. It's a yellow card and a free kick. And Liverpool were panicking there as Robson got the ball going forward. And Bruce's heart is pounding there, as you could see. And United now gets a free kick.
Lovely ball from Brian there. Trying to justify my decision.
That was a terrific ball. Robson, just over. It's again a question, really. They might be getting McMahon off. Here's a slow motion again. Now,
it depends how you look at the rule.
Well, the muddied waters, you see, of this particular situation.
I don't think they actually classify handball as sending off.
That's right.
So in that case, he can't send it off.
That's right.
Simple as that.
But a similar foul by a defender inside the box, 2 yards inside the box.
Well, that's the problem we have at the moment.
There's a red card and we're all over the place. Now Barnes. Moldy is on for Steve McMahon. Barnes crossed in. And Rush not far from finishing it off. They get a corner. And we're playing time added on now at the end end of 90 minutes. Will Liverpool snatch it here? Nope, because McClare got it away. Burrows plays it in. Barnes first to react, and then Lee Martin gets in, and it'll be a throw for Liverpool. Hughes galloping away. It's a good ball. Picks up McClare. Wallace. Now for McClare. Can he finish it off? Hussein was in there. United now get a corner.
Great finish to the game. The last 5 minutes, it's really been exciting again.
Well, Dennis Irwin will take it. This could be the last throw for Manchester United to win this game. And it was a poor corner. Mulvey, though, only puts it out as far as Clayton Blackmore. Crossed in again by him. McClare's going in there, but Robillard with his fists got it away. Martin now to Sharp. Well into time added on. Robson's in there. Again, Robillard with his fists.
Two great punches there, Brian.
Terrific. Got a lot of distance on them. And here's Barnes now. Towards Speedy. And now Seeley. Referee looking at the watch, looking also at both linesmen, indicating that time is up. Ablett has had an excellent game. Quite right about, Brian Robson, man of the match, but people like Gary Ablett, Steve Bruce,
That's right.
have had terrific games as well. Lee Sharp,
Steve McMahon,
certainly. But it all ends up in a 1-1 draw. Oh, Steve Bruce, who put United ahead from the penalty spot. And then David Speedy, who got the equaliser for Liverpool. United's unbeaten run now goes to 15. But this is one, I think they came feeling they could win, so maybe they'll be a little more disappointed than Liverpool. Liverpool see 2 more league points slip away, but they draw level at the top now with Arsenal, both on 51 points. Arsenal, though, with the better goal difference. Robillard with some excellent saves, a brilliant one from Robson, header in the first half. And then 2 good punches towards the end. Let's have a word with the man of the match, who's with Gary Newborn.
Brian, how disappointed will you be not to have won that game?
It is disappointing because we needed the 3 points to keep challenging us, so it was a bit disappointing for that.
It was a good game, though. Why are United putting such a good run together these days? It is a marvellous run.
Well, we haven't had too many injuries, and the team plan's good now, and the lads are enjoying it at the moment.
Well, so just before you go, let me just say that you are man of the match. Gary Lineker voted you.
Thanks very much, Gary. See you tomorrow, hopefully.
A lot of people like to see you back in the England team as well, Brian.
Thanks very much,
well
Gary.
played today. Good game.